Yep, I'm trying something new. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. Today, we have got quite a few things to do. In fact, this episode is fully formed in my mind. That often doesn't happen. Normally I blunder my way through, but actually, I know exactly what we're doing today. What I would like to be doing is working on this, but I lack some of the materials to do so. I've already planned out the next part of this build. In fact, we're going to be having big, multicolored stained windows that take up almost every single section, maybe even every section. But it involves tinted glass. Now, I don't have tinted glass. It's expensive. But I do have somewhere to get tinted glass. Now, if you don't know, the recipe for tinted glass is amethyst shards and something else. And glass. Glass, not a problem. Now, down here... What? Have I failed? Why can't... I'm letting myself sink. What's going on? I'm not touching the keyboard now. I knew I was useless, but I can't even get down this ladder. I don't understand. Okay, let me get... That's how you start an episode. Alright. So, a while ago, probably at the start of the season, this got kind of carved out. Now, making an amethyst shard farm is pretty silly. It's pretty silly because it's super slow. But I quite like the idea of the challenge. There are two ways to do this. You can get pistons that individually push those. I believe that they can push those, and it creates these amethyst shards, which is what we need. Okay, I'm learning that these give off light as it gets darker. I did not know that these clusters emitted light. The second way of doing it, which is what I would like to do, is a slime block machine. Now, I figure if I can just slime block downwards in the shape of all these clusters, it will give me a decent yield passively on a timer. Two problems with that. Don't know how to make flying machines. Don't know how to make a timer. So it's definitely going to be an egg situation. Oh my goodness, there's some valuable stuff in here. There's some roundy bath salts in here. Okay, so let's put a pin in this, because that's a later job. There's something far more pressing that we need to deal with. And just to demonstrate, that gives you 2 stacks. The more I think about it, the more realistic it would be just to farm this manually. But I like the idea of getting the gang back together. The far more important thing right now is that it's someone's birthday. Not Etho's, but Gem's. Today. It's today. So, I figured, why not get her a present? Now, we already know how to do this, because we've done it before. But the only bit we're gonna need is this. Okay, so what I've done is smelted up a bunch of smooth sandstone. And my plan is, instead of building a big old present, building a big old egg. This is going to be quite an egg-themed episode, if you hadn't already noticed. Now, the great thing about shapes like this, these days in 2026, is that I don't actually have to think too hard. It's kind of a bittersweet thing to say, but I don't need to shape out a massive egg. I can just axiom one in. So, let's head to the creative server for a second. So, all we're going to do is go to shape, sphere. What's a super sphere? What's a capsule? Okay, a super sphere is what we need. Now I can just fiddle with these sliders until I get an egg. Right, so this is going to be the bottom of the egg. And then I'm going to make a brand new one. Bring it down. And then hopefully all I need to do is make it taller. Move it up. Now if I turn this into a different block, this is where we get technical with it. So if I make this a diamond. Okay, so if I keep existing. And then if I do that, that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's not a bad shape for a few minutes work. Okay, so I've turned it into sandstone, smooth sandstone. That is egg. I can't believe I am building an egg for the second time in Hermitcraft history. A giant egg. Okay, how do I resize it? Okay, so I can make it bigger, but not smaller. What have I done? What have I done? Oh gosh! Oh gosh! I've made a giant egg! No! I'm being engulfed by egg. Oh, no! I'm trying to make it smaller. Why is it so difficult? I don't know why that didn't work, but it didn't. Okay, we have an egg. Finally. Now, let's get this on the server. We got plenty of empty space up here, and it's right between Gem's base and my base. So, we're going to start setting this down, because we're not going anywhere for this birthday present without an egg. Like, Matica is showing me exactly what this is going to look like. I'm going to need some space underground, so we're going to go 1, 2. That seems pretty good for an egg sitting on the ground, right? That will do. And then all we do is use this ghost shell of an egg to start placing the blocks. Axiom is definitely, like, its own skill set. Building an egg freehand is like sketching with a paintbrush. Axiom is more like using a 3D modeler on a computer. So both of them take some level of understanding and skill, but they're two different operations that end up in a similar place, especially when you're creating something like this. This is just purely shape work. So for me, this is an Axiom job. The world of building has truly been reshaped by that magnificent mod. I just managed to make an egg in less than 10 minutes. My original plan was to have an Etho birthday, but he wasn't around today, so it didn't work, and then change it into a Gem birthday. But because Etho's not here, I'm just going straight for a Gem present. I hope when it's my birthday, the hermits make me an egg. Okay, so here's our egg, sitting rather suspiciously on this mountain. The shape probably could have been a bit better, but yeah, like I said, it's temporary, it's not a big deal. Right, and then we have to go in here. This is where the work is going to take place. Oh, no. Okay, now I just have to hope that there's enough space in here. I think there is. Oh, there's more than enough space. Okay, so the plan is to have some rainbow sheep drop from the top of the egg via leads and kind of hang down and be a bit like a party, and then while the music plays underneath. Look, it's not the best gift in the world, but I left it to the last day. I suppose we can use this cow to test for the time being. So we'll drag him over here. We just need to see what happens if we lower this cow. Is he on there? Right, cow is on platform from fence. So the idea is that pistons will retract and release the disco sheep, but I need them to fall at just kind of the right height for eye height. See, I think that needs to be lower. I could probably do a mixture of heights, and it'll be a little bit strange. Okay, so that works. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? There's so many times when I'm recording my videos, and I just think, what am I doing? I'm about to release a bunch of rainbow sheep from an egg. Hold on, I'm going to think about that for a second. And all we're going to do is retract the piston. The sheep's going to be here, attached to this. It's going to retract, and it's going to fall down when the song plays. I think I've had my first, like, big redstoner moment. I just realised I don't need all this gubbins. I don't need all this. Well, I do need one. I only need one. They can all be inside just one hole, and then they will distribute afterwards. In fact, why don't I go I think I'll go and test this on the creative server. Okay, so I'm glad I have tested this, because I have learned the hard way that the best way to do this is one by one and lowering them in like this. Moving mobs, dealing with mobs in the game is so annoying. But I think this will work, in theory. Is that they are all going to fall through here and redistribute themselves. Ready? It is exactly how I would like that to look. So, we've just got to set this up now, and then we can start moving sheep. Alright, I tried to do the song, and every time I've done this, it's ended up the same. in theory... Oh, no. I've broken Etho. Yeah, I built an Etho. I figured building a gem is actually quite difficult. In this format, it doesn't get much better than Etho, I'll be honest with you. So, all I thought I'd do is build an Etho and put some orange hair around it. Alright, so, here we go. So, Gem comes in here, she sees Gem Etho. Well, I think the timing on that is pretty good. So all that's left is to put the sheep in and we're done. Now the only change I would consider making is making the song out of fart noises. I don't know if you know this, but trumpets have been added, and the more oxidized the copper is, the more like a fart it sounds. Now, the most oxidized copper sounds really like a fart. So if we let all this oxidize, we might have enough copper to see this through. Alright, we've got a pen. We need to get them, we need to drop them in the pen. But I can't see where they are. This is going well. This is going well. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Get in the hole! I will not be taking suggestions on how to do this better. I'll be honest with you. I will no notes will be taken on this. I've got a strat. It doesn't work every time, but it is working, and that's the main thing. And we are so close to having this whole thing loaded with sheep. Well, enough sheep for the effect. Last one. The last sheep is in. The last sheep is in. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm so free. I'm free. This looks really bad. It looks kind of like I'm not treating the sheep very well. I think enough of it is ready to know whether we want to make this change it. So, right, let's listen to the start of it. I think we definitely want the fart noise. Let's test. Perfect. No notes. We're done here. Okay. I've spent far too long on the hair now. That is gonna have to do. This is Gem's birthday present. Sheep down. Song. Happy bunny. Alright, good. Done. Getting out of here. Do not touch. My one biggest fear now is that someone touches the egg before it's time. Guys, this has taken me a full day's work, a full day of my life making that egg. It's not going to be worth it. Okay, so Gem's getting on a little bit later. So, let's turn our attention to this. Looks like I've done nothing. Because on this server, I have done nothing. But the truth is, I'm having a dilemma. I've actually done quite a lot of work on this, just not here. And we might need to put on our builder eyes. Because I need to see what he sees. Now, let's take a closer look. Okay, so here is what we have. I have put windows on every single side, and as you can see, the dilemma is the colouring. I don't know which one to use. So, the default and the safe choice is the white window with the white archway on all of them. It's a neutral tone, and it would go with any of the colours of the window. Then we've got our pink, red, and crimson. Now, I think the mangrove is out, it's just not working for me. I don't hate the crimson, but it's not bold enough. So the second choice for me, I think, is the pink. I quite like the pink there. But the boldest choice might be bamboo and birch. Yellow is a phenomenal colour that goes with purple, and it accents, whoops, the respawn anchor glowstone effect. I've also improved the arch shape on this one as well. So, the question is, really, do I go bold and go yellow? Or do I play it safe and go with the white? Or do I go wacky and go with the pink? I think the pink. I think at the moment it's 1, 2, 3. But I almost want to go with 2 just so I'm not playing it safe. The whole point of my season this season is to not play it safe. To go big, to go bold, to go colourful, and really push the boundaries of the colours that I use. I am done being a spruce, grey, basic boy. Hey, if this doesn't work out, we can always change it. It would suck, but we can change it. So, let's go and make one of these on the actual server. Maybe 2. I also think these might be a smidge, like 1 block too low. Okay. I think that makes the decision. I know that this, categorically in my head, does not look as good as just the white. But I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try and go bold, big and bold, and push the limits of my colour palette. Alright, Builder Eyes. Show me what we got. We're going to have to start breaking in the base. Alright. Let's time-lapse this. Ready? Let's go. Do you think I look smarter like this? Okay. Final touches to this. And then we can make a decision. So, it turns out that it takes just about an hour, surprisingly takes an hour to throw this together. So, if every single window takes 1 hour to make, we are looking at 7 more hours of window making. I don't know why this took me so long. In theory, it shouldn't have, but it really did. Right, let's take a little look. Honestly, genuinely, I don't hate it at all. I kind of like it. I can picture in my head all of these looking yellow. They just look kind of... It looks like a weathered white rather than yellow, especially from afar. And it ties in some of the other yellow elements that I've got going on with the build. But I genuinely think I need to sleep on this before I make a decision, because we're talking about 7 hours worth of windows here. But that's all well and good, because now it's... That's all well and good, but now it's time for Gem's birthday. Birthday.
Birthday? It's my birthday. I'm old.
Did you not see?
What's that? What is it? It looks like an egg.
It does look like an egg.
Why have you built an egg?
It's a birthday egg.
Did you lay this?
Yeah, I am not okay. Go inside.
Do I have to open it?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? Oh, God. Why did you make this? What the heck? Grian. What does that do?
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, you should get that.
Whoa! What the heck? You exploded!
Happy birthday!
Thanks. I love the music.
It's gone now.
Wow.
I spent all morning on this.
That was really something.
Happy birthday, Gem.
Thanks, Grian. That what a way to turn 30. Wow. Wow. You're so proud of yourself, aren't you?
It was happy birthday with fart noises. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get those sheep like that?
Actually, how did you drop the sheep through the ceiling?
Oh man.
Well, they're really cute.
That bit seems to survive. Apparently smooth sandstone is the most resistant thing in the world. There was like 10 TNT minecarts there and it's barely made a dent.
Yeah, it actually didn't do, and it didn't kill me.
Yeah, I was. That's why it gave you a totem just in case. I didn't actually want you to die. By the way, it was just meant to be a
Aw,
surprise.
That's very nice.
I was actually quite worried that you'd lose all your stuff. I even prepared a did you die box in case the worst happened.
I bet you didn't have netherite though. So
I
that's
did
still
not have
really
netherite
sad.
or the trims, but I would have solved that later. Honestly,
Good grandson.
happy birthday fart sound was better than I
It was
thought.
really good. It was really good. I wish I could play it again. I want to listen to it back.
All right, I'll make it again.
Can you make it at my base?
Not enough of it has survived. I can make it at your base. This I have a feeling I need to probably run through this again. I've winged it again a little bit. Ready?
Eddie, let's hear it.
Yay!
That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Can
Love
I
it,
make?
Thank you.
Can I make a fart cord? Like, can I make a proper tutor?
Does laying in a bed give off some type of signal to be able to basically whoopee cushion a bed?
We'll have to test. However, there are certain people that won't. You and I would always see the observer, but there are certain people that would
Skiz?
never see.
Scar?
Yeah,
Mumbo?
correct.
3 people who would never see it.
Yeah. Dude, Skiz has got the most man apartment I've ever seen.
Does he sleep here?
When men live alone, this is how they decorate their apartments.
Where's Mrs. Skiz? Where's Pops? the heck?
There's no way we can get it. Even Skiz. In this situation, even Skiz would see it.
Yeah.
Really
Where
hard
does
time.
Impulse sleep? Down here. Oh yeah, look, Impulse's bed is kind of perfect for it.
Okay, Impulse's bed is genuinely perfect for it.
It's perfect.
Oh, does he actually sleep in this bed, though?
Yeah, River says he does.
Okay. I think it's as simple as that.
Oh god, I'm in the noodles.
Oh,
Come on.
I left a sign. Come check it out. I didn't know what else to write.
Why would you write?
Yeah. Hold on. Go again.
It's pretty good.
Now go again. What happens if I delay a bit? There you go. If you really want to do the thing, you got to do it right. Okay, try that.
What?
It's like a follow-up. What do you think? Yes or no to the follow-up?
Yeah, no, the follow-up is good. I think the follow-up's important.
Okay.
I think you're done. I think that's it.
Yeah. This is, by the way, my way of saying that we should do big egg activities.
I agree. Egg needs to expand.
We need to get into like every industry, egg domination on the server, and we just don't tell Etho what the plan is.
Okay, we never tell Etho.
Never
but
tell
we
Etho.
slowly expand egg industries. What can we need some egg puns.
Dude, the egg puns write themselves.
I know, it's so good.
Egg puns are probably the lowest form of comedy, by the way.
Yeah, but it's for some reason it's just nice.
If puns are
it's
the lowest
exciting.
If puns are the lowest form of comedy, eggs are the bottom of that barrel.
Well, it's our name, so we're stuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky. So we need egg related shops, egg industries, egg shopping district style. That's number one. Eggs got to make some money.
We need a headquarters. We need a nest.
And there you go. See, it's already there.
A coop.
Egg mini games.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't actually sold anything yet.
No, well, hold on. It's only just becoming a thing. It started off with just
what
Etho
could we
teaching.
sell?
I don't know. Everything. Services, pranks, comedy. We can call it only Yokin.
Okay.
Okay. that is the end of today's episode. And as a final note, I do want to address the lack of videos lately. It's not for lack of trying. It is actual busyness. And I've just been busy. I've been so busy that videos don't take this long to make. I just haven't had time to make videos. I got a lot of stuff going on, some very, very exciting things. And since I'm only one man, videos take a break while I do stuff. But don't worry, when videos are done, I upload them. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.